Welcome to the Edible Talk, Episode 1. We hope you enjoy, and make sure to hit that follow and subscribe button. Hey everyone, how you doing? My name is David, this is Ori. We're about to have a feast, and we're also known as DJ Dave K and Foodie on the Loose. So what we did is we're starting a podcast, video show, everything and anything to bring food, people, and a conversation together.
But also to support local businesses during a horrible time that we're experiencing today, COVID-19, as affected everyone basically.
Agreed. Like it's we're it's a little different because our original idea is to be inside a restaurant while doing this, but we're having it on a balcony and a beautiful view, and it's an enjoyable time. So yeah, we eat, we have a conversation. We talk about life, and if we had someone to interview, we would interview them. We have a few people, as soon as we get to stage 3 and we're in a better situation that we can have people over, we will. So, to start off, we'd like to thank the individuals who sponsored this food today.
New Cane Grove. Awesome restaurant in Mississauga. If you're in the area, it's Guyanese Chinese. Never had that before, so I thought it'd be a really cool idea. Check them out.
We thought it was a cool fusion, and we'll have the information below if you're interested in trying them out. And we'll tell you how the food is after when we finish.
And I'm eating it right now, and it's delicious.
So we're gonna start off with I'm gonna ask Ori, also known as Foodie on the Loose, a quick question on what made you start. Like, what happened with Foodie on the Loose? What happened? What is this?
So I started this about 3 years ago, and I first started on Snapchat. My roommate David Korn made me huge amazing feast during university, and I posted it on Snapchat, but everyone would tell me it wasn't a good enough audience, there wasn't enough people doing it, so they recommended I go to Instagram. So like, okay, fine. I like to travel, so I said Foodie on the Loose. Why not create that idea? I'm always on the go somewhere. I love traveling, and so I made it happen. And then I got a job working with Air Canada as a flight attendant. I'm recently laid off, but now I'm going full blast, and I literally go to every single place I can, try to support local,
right,
and help out whenever I can. And I run giveaways primarily, but I also do spotlights and exposure posts to bring more awareness to their brand.
But the biggest change for you right now is since COVID, right? You've grown almost more than double your current audience, right?
I really have. Like, I mean, when I did it back then, I just did it for fun,
right?
And I wouldn't care about it. And now it's like actually a business, and people reach out to me all the time to work together. And I think it's a really cool way it gives me a job, but also helps them. It's a win-win. I get to try their food, I promote their food, and it's cool. I'm supporting local.
No, and I think it's awesome because, everyone is trying to keep busy, trying to, become an entrepreneur these days, and you're doing it. So, like...
Cheers. Thank you.
Congrats.
We got the cherry vanilla Coke, by the way.
Limited edition, no longer.
He's the man for all that stuff.
So, Foodie on the Loose, what is your goal? What do you expect to grow with your current, you just hit 7,000, congrats.
Thank you, appreciate it.
And I know 10,000 is going to be a big milestone, but...
yeah, I mean, my goal is to just help people find great places to eat all around the world. I mean, just because of COVID, I'm limiting it to Toronto, Mississauga, like the GTA. But that doesn't mean when I'm traveling in the future, I'm going to go to San Francisco and start promoting there too. Because this can be a bigger brand. It could be Foodie on the Loose San Francisco, Tel Aviv, Frankfurt, just an idea. And It could be more of like an inspiration for people to also do giveaways or just find good places that they actually like to eat at.
I'm excited to see that.
It's a grind.
I can see that, right? And you're... I think on average right now you're posting a giveaway a day, and you're getting hundreds to thousands of people involved into these giveaways, like entering, right? So it's you're getting some really good traction, right?
Yeah, like, I mean, the follower number doesn't really make a huge difference on who I am. It does help for sure bring awareness, because if I become more popular, people will associate with me and they will become more familiar and comfortable.
Right.
But like, you know, I can promote brands with 150 followers and they'll jump in one post, one day to 250.
Right.
Which is a huge boost for them. And I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't mean they're going to make more money, but there's more eyes looking at the product, so there's an increased chance that people will actually buy from them.
I mean, the number one thing is we've had the discussion before that people don't understand that even if they get 50 followers from you or 100 followers from you, it's targeted people from Toronto. Mm-hmm. You showed me your analytics, and you have like over 70% people from Ontario. Mm-hmm. And that's a huge number. Like, if I look at my statistics, right, we looked at it, mine is like 20% Ontario, mm-hmm. and the rest is, you know, mostly US.
Yeah.
And it's very, you know, targeted audience that you have. So you're able to like bring these businesses a people who potentially will go see their go order
exactly
from them. Because and you know a lot of the people, because a lot of people who interact with you are other food bloggers and other food influencers or just in general term people who like to try new things. Yeah. So it really attracts like the right type of eyes, because like if you put it on my channel, right, promoting everything from a lifestyle to gaming to whatever, you know, maybe there might be 5. That's a lie, because out of, you know, 1,700 people, as I said, there's 20%, but it wouldn't be as high as yours because you're creating more eyes for these people.
Yeah, I mean, I don't just do food. I do, you know, alcohol and drinks and clothing. A lot of stuff goes through me, and I respect everyone in the foodie community, and I think it's a really strong community in Toronto. I've mm-hmm. gone through a lot of events in my 3 years of being a foodie on the loose. I gotta thank Hungry Joe for my first event ever. Big shout out to you for introducing me to the world of media events. Without you, I would not be here. And it really showed me that anyone can do this. If you are posting content nonstop, and hopefully it's quality content, that's what I'm trying to post, people will be engaged and people want to know where to eat. Mm-hmm. But my big thing is that you can go run ads through Instagram, Facebook, all those big brands, and for sure spend all the money. But if you go through me, I have, like Dave was saying, a more targeted audience. Mm-hmm. And Instagram ads, you never know. You can spend a lot of money and it can be very effective. Nothing against Instagram, but I am an ad, a walking.
Don't cancel our show, okay? Facebook, you know.
We can cancel it out. We can cancel it out.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm thinking, you know, it's funny. Like it's the
truth.
It is, because like a lot of, like, this is the problem, right? Like, to get to the point, as you're saying, somebody who had 150 now grew to 250, mm-hmm. right?
I have all the evidence to back it up.
No. But I'm not saying that. I'm saying that they grew. If you think about it, they grew like 80% of their followers. Yes, if it was a bigger place that had 1,000 followers, they got 100. They grew 10%. But a small business that has no social, and all they have to do is give you some free food that costs them pennies on the dollar.
Yeah, like even the giveaways I'm running, if the value is $50 for a company, it doesn't actually cost them $50. And I strongly urge all the brands to have multiple winners, because who wants to have 1,000 comments and one winner? Mm-hmm. It doesn't make any sense. If you have 10 winners, it gives it to everyone. And you know, my big thing right now is COVID, is everyone's depressed.
Right.
Like, people send me messages all the time saying, wow, Ori, thank you for the giveaway. It made my day. Like, I really appreciate you sending the information, so now I can maybe win something, mm-hmm. so that I can actually enjoy it with my family and friends.
And the crazy thing is, what people are forgetting is the multiplication, what occurs, like what is it, like stepping on, like a butterfly, not a butterfly effect, the
ripple effect.
The ripple effect, thank you, yes, when you throw a rock at a river, right? One person, so if you have 10 winners, they each get, what, $20? Sure, they'll get $20 for free worth of food, right? That costs the company maybe $5 or $8. They might add an extra $10 or $20, so the company's already breaking even, right? Mm-hmm. Then you get to the point that these people are going to be like, oh my God, thank you, Orty Foodie on the Loose, for this. Thank you, you know, whichever food company they want. and then they're gonna post it, and they might have 100 followers, and their 100 followers are gonna see it, and then out of the 100 followers, even if one person converts and they buy, you know, $50 worth of food, the company's already winning.
Yeah, it's a win-win all around. I do have to say though, an honest review, this is dope. I don't even know what I'm eating, but it's like amazing, and this is unreal. Everything's honestly unreal, but this chow mein, new cane chow mein,
yeah,
like to die for.
To be honest, I tried everything. My number one go-to right now, I want to say, yeah, the chow mein rice is like it's too. Always good.
Can have your own.
The kung pao chicken is always kung pao?
No, it's the general chow. Don't be racist.
Oh,
come on.
It's not kung. There's no kung pao chicken.
There probably is. I feel like in the world there is.
Most likely there is.
Yeah.
Everything is great. We're getting a B on the, what is this? The 21st floor.
23rd floor.
23rd floor. I don't know how a B got up here. Don't get me wrong.
Took the stairs. So anyways, enough about me. Dave, talk to me. How are you coping with COVID? What have you been doing to keep you busy? Like, I know you work and it keeps you busy for sure, but you must like have an end goal at the end of the day.
I mean, yeah, like, you know, we've known each other for... What?
Squash. Let's tell them about squash.
A while now. Just we met from the gym and we just connected. And
oh, we sound like we're on a date.
Good. Yeah, the best date ever. Best friends are always on
respect.
But yeah, so it's COVID's been like, you know, for me, I've been lucky. I was working till April because the job I work is considered essential, and a lot of my work after that.
Thank you. We need you, really. We need you.
I mean, you know, there are stuff that we have to supply to like mechanics and medical things that are needed
to get your car to go from place to point.
There's exactly that. There's the small things that people forget about, right? You know, like these wires, right, that may be connected to an important system that
or a podcast,
well, you know, that's not essential.
I know, but still, they want to hear it.
But yeah, in general terms, so like for me, it's like I've been working from home. It's a little, you know, it's a little groggy, you know. I'm not the biggest fan of working from my desk every day, every minute, because you're just, you know, you're stuck on a computer 9 to 5, and then you're like, I can't go out anywhere. Well, originally, right? And so it just got to the point that I was like, you know, a little like not depressed, but I think that's what everyone's going through, right? A little like sadness.
Who wants to be? Do you want to be on the lockdown anymore?
No, I don't know. And especially this summer, right? Like, you know. Well, yeah. I mean, in general terms, you know that I'm like I stream online, I do gaming, I do a very high variety of things. I don't know what my thing is yet. You know, I got 4,000 followers on Twitch. As you know, during COVID, I blew up on TikTok with
7,000 followers, plus on TikTok.
And
it's
like
insane.
Over 10 million views in the past 3 months.
Yeah, I don't get those numbers, but it's a different platform.
But yeah, 10 million views, and like, you know, Instagram is coming out with Reels. It's gonna be the same thing as Instagram. So
I heard about it.
If I can convert, shit, man.
Beep. That was a swear word that can go out. Nah, I'm joking. We're just messing. But in all honesty, Dave, like, what do you feel is gonna happen for your brand? Are you trying to make it a brand? Are you trying to be like just on all the platforms so that people recognize you?
As you know, right? Like I'm
well-rounded guy.
Like I'm a content creator. Like yeah, it's like I consider DJ Dave K a brand because I've been, you know, the name has changed once to DJ Dave K. But I originally, like, I've had this since 2010, and so it's been like 10 years, crazy enough. I can't believe I've had this brand for 10 years, and it's got me a lot of places, like, you know, I was able to go to, like, private events, screening events, like, you know, going to, like, meeting celebrities, you know, music artists.
The red carpet at TIFF. I'm in the food scene. I get invited to all these, like, exclusive parties, events. But like I was like, nah, TIFF, BS. I'm not gonna get any front row, and we have a photo we can show you. We're gonna show you of our amazing shot right behind Shia LaBeouf and the whole gang. It was awesome.
And now you have Oh my God.
Alma Harrell is a famous director.
Is following him.
Following me.
You should see. He was screaming at her like, "Hey!" but in like Hebrew. So he was like, "Yo, come here in Hebrew," and I was like, "Oh my God, bro! Like, chill."
Small world.
You know, she came, and you know, we built a connection. She like reposted all our stuff from our stories. Really great. We got.
So we're still feasting. Dave, I have a couple more questions for you.
Sure. Oh, but I didn't answer your question regarding the whole brand and everything. Yeah, like, I mean, my end goal for this is to make a successful business, or just in general terms, like, I like to entertain people, right? I think that's the number one thing I like. And if I can entertain people and they can get, like, when I get messages from people like DMing me and saying like, "Hey, you made my day because, you know, I had a rough day." I had people like, you know, there's a lot of things throughout, like, shocking. Like, I've had people that, like, I don't know if I should say this, but like, it's like people who are gonna kill themselves, and like I had to talk to them for like 8 hours, 6 hours because people are having a rough time. Like, it's people are having so difficult times, and you know, everyone, like, people don't remember what with their, I don't know.
No, but like I get exactly what you're saying.
It's like,
I love the positive. I love the positive too, but I also like the negative and all the like the stuff that people don't like. People rip on me all the time. They go, "Why are you doing this? Are you doing so many giveaways? This is BS. Like, you're scamming. It's just BS." I'm like, no, it's not. You know what? And at the end of the day, it fuels me to tell them, "You're right. Try. You can win. It's all automated. It's online. I have no control of the giveaway.
Right.
I click a button, and the button does a little work." Mm-hmm. And like, it also kind of shows me how to become a better content creator. And I think that's what I've learned from COVID is that, you know, there's millions of people that lost their job, and the companies that are really doing well are the online brands, the social media ones, and people that are monetizing have been doing it forever because they've been online.
I think the number one thing what am I saying? The number one thing is, like, when we were originally talking about like giving exposures to these brands, is a lot of companies didn't even think about social media. They're like, "Oh, I don't need social media. I have a website. People go to my website. They'll Google search me." Nah. And like, no, that doesn't work like that these days. Like, people want honest reviews, like, you know, like a face, not face to face, like a face they can trust, right? Like, because like when you go to Google today, right, and you see a company has 5 stars, right? You're like, "Oh shit." What's the next thing you look at when you see 5 stars?
The photos, and see if it's legit, or see who's rating it.
Who's writing it? But how many people are writing it?
It's like XXYZ42. I'm like,
Exactly. Like, so one is like, who's writing it? Is it themselves writing it? And then how many, like, is there 1,000 reviews, 100 reviews, or is there 5 reviews that all, like, their mom, their dad, their grandpa, and their dog Sally wrote it, right?
I think it's hard to create authentic, you know, true, meaningful reviews. I mean, I've gone to so many little events, and the chef is right there, and he's like, "How's the food?" And sometimes you're like, "It's good, but you're missing this," and it's hard to tell them to their face because they've worked their whole life. So
I mean, it's also like
it's hard. Like, you got to be honest, and it's to their face. Sometimes it's very hard to say, but if I say it, I try to say it honestly, and I won't post some things that are not just I won't like. I post things that I genuinely care about, and I would like to have on my feed, literally my feed.
But yeah, no, it's like, you know, back in the day, I used to do Amazon reviews, right? And then until let's not talk about that. But I had companies, because I was top 100 in the world reviewers. I would have people reach out to me, be like, "Hey, can you review this for me and give me 5 stars?" I was like, "I'll look at the product and I'll see if it deserves a 5 stars."
Yeah, like. So I got this tripod from UBsize, awesome customer service, but like plastic. And I mean, like, not the good kind of plastic. I mean, plastic that's going to fall apart. This tripod I got fell apart the day I got it.
I just have to say, you see how nice it just fell off the bone? Ooh.
And that's falling off the bone too.
But the good way.
But the good way. The good way. We know what's up. We know what's up. Yeah. So Dave, I have a couple questions for you still, just to ask, if possible, if you got some time left. Thank you guys for tuning in and saying it's long. I know it's a very long one, but we really want you to be happy and enjoy it. So, Dave,
sure.
do you think online is the way to go for a lot of businesses, or is that a dumb question?
It's a dumb question that people don't think they need to be online, right? I've been seeing. I go to trade shows these days, and trade shows these days, like you spend $10,000 for 2 days, and no one goes to trade shows anymore. Back in the day, like when you would have to find out, like this new microphone just came out. How would you find out about it 15 years ago? Internet wasn't as accessible, so you'd have to go to a trade show, and you're like, oh my god, this microphone. Oh,
Vegas is the biggest place for trade shows. But that's the exception, because Vegas comes to attracts food, gambling, nightlife, so it's a little different.
That's different.
Go there
but you're
for
talking
that
about
reason, but they don't go there.
You're talking about the Vegas. Like Vegas has the biggest trade shows in the world. In general terms, there's trade shows in Toronto and stuff like that that attract only 100 people, 200 people, and you got to pay like an outrageous price. And a lot of these companies, like the old-fashioned, they're like, oh, we have to go there to show our face, right? And I'm like, they know you exist. They buy products from you every single day. Why do you have to spend $10,000 so they see you for one day? Say, hey, how you doing? Nice seeing you, Ori, again. Peace out. And most people don't buy stuff at trade shows anymore because, in general terms, everything's online, right? So, to get back to the point of social media, like online, yeah, if you're not advertising, like, if you like people like Gary Vee, like that's a
huge
big
inspiration.
Huge.
That's the reason why I'm here.
I've been watching him for how many years now? I think I introduced you to him, like, you know.
I don't know if you did know. I think I had him beforehand, but no, like.
But in general terms, like the content that he comes out with, it's
trash.
Harsh. It's harsh. Like he tells you, like, do this, and people are like, oh, but you know, like I'm scared, but like just do it. Like, Ori did it. I did it. I just made videos on TikTok. I got 10 million views. You get hundreds of thousands of views on Instagram. Like, it's so stupid. Like, all you got to do is just do it. Don't make excuses. Don't just, like, even if you're a business, you're a cupcake place with 100 followers, right? Share it. Share it and just give away a free cupcake.
On top of that, like, what he's saying is so true. The reason why I'm doing this, too, is because I saw my people that were foodies, my competition. They're not actually my competition, but they're other foodies, and they were doing giveaways, and they had like 1,000 or 2,000 followers. I was like, this is BS. I can do it. I have like 5,000 at the time. Why not? I just DM 500 people, and I'll get 5 responses. That's all I need, and that's what happened.
And that's what Gary Vee says.
That's exactly what happened. I literally automated every single text. It's not a lie. Mm-hmm. And I DM'd 1 million people, and Instagram blocked me from messaging. They thought I was being some like bot or something like that, which is not true. And then I got 10 responses saying no. I got 5 saying yes, and the 5 that said yes. And now I'm backed up until October. I'm running giveaways literally 3-4 times a week. It's insane, and it can be done by anyone. You can create anything out here nowadays.
Yeah, it's like, as you can see, we got to this point. We're making a podcast now because we think we need to expand in having like a personality, right? Like when you put a face to the food, when you put, food to the view, having real expressions, the food is great. It's not a Michelin 5-star.
No, but
it's comfort food.
It's also local.
It's local.
Like, what's the purpose of supporting our economy if we can't even support your own local? Like, I mean, you go to Tim Hortons once every 5-6 months.
And that's
Starbucks.
owned by Burger King now. That's owned by the
I don't like it.
The Rosters or whatever, Rockmans or
whatever. But it's convenient sometimes and it's reliable, so I'll go there if I need to. But like, I prefer supporting independent local guys. But the big thing that Dave showed me is that Dave basically told me to show my face in the food. I didn't do that ever. For basically 2 years, it was just food, and people are going, "What is this? I don't understand it." And then now, because I'm posting my face, not because I'm beautiful, it's just because it's just.
Hey, he's a beautiful boy.
It's not that. It's just because people don't believe you sometimes, and they want to see what it is.
You're
I'm scamming, or I'm a buying Instagram follower, which is not true.
Right.
I'm growing it organically. We both are trying to grow organically. Mm-hmm. And yes, I post my face in a lot of my photos, but like I also have food photos.
Of course.
And it has to be kind of a mixture.
Mix and match. Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Like, I remember when we first met, he's like, oh, I have this food thing. And I was like, what food thing? shows me he has 3,000, like 300, 200 followers, somewhere around there. And I look at it, I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, yeah, it's just a hobby, whatever, I'm just doing it. And I'm like, bro, go do it. You have the following, you have an audience, push it. And his audience dies. Like, if you don't know the analytics of, like, as you know now, like Instagram, Facebook, every platform, if you don't consistently post, they downrank you, right? Like, they put you in a ranking system. So now you're in a higher ranking system, or a medium in the middle at least, because you're consistently posting, you're creating exposure, and because they want to make money, because they make money by, like, you posting something and they'll put an ad after it, right? Instagram or whatever like that. So they want to promote good content, good real people, good engagement, things like that. Because if Instagram's algorithm constantly changes, and what they did was that, like, in 2018, they now only show like 10% of people your stuff. So if you have, again, 7,000 people, they'll show around 700 people your stuff. If it gets bad engagement, it won't show to the rest. So, like, again, that's why you have stories, and now when reels come out, and you have to just keep on.
It's also like, as Gary says, Gary V, he's like, hashtagging is currency online. Like, if you don't hashtag, and it can't be too big. It can't be just like hashtag food. But that's like 50 million hits.
More, 50 billion.
Probably 50, whatever, billion. on Instagram. Just Instagram alone, not on TikTok, not on, other channels. But what he's trying to say basically is that it's really important also to engage. At the beginning, I didn't engage. I got a comment, I didn't even talk back. Now I try to talk to every single person. Because it's not just like I'm trying to get followers. I'm actually trying to be genuine with you and trying to like reach out to you.
It's like if you had a business like Loblaws and you're the manager, you're the CEO, and you're the owner of the business. You're gonna say hi, how you doing, and like a comment, engaging with these people, DMing them makes a whole different
now I'm realizing that the importance of engagement, because I see huge brands, like big brands, 100,000, 200,000 followers. You get like 0.75%, which is still a lot of likes on a photo or a lot of engagement, but like they can be maximizing it even more. So say they want to make $1 million in sales, they can make $2 million because of those engagement, and it actually makes a difference. And people are laughing. People laugh at me because I do food. I eat food all the time, and then I give it to people. But you can see I'm monetizing actually by doing it. Like, literally, this is all sponsored by New Cane Grove in Mississauga.
It's like the thing is, a lot of these businesses are scared. They're like, oh, I don't want to give. This costs $60 if you bought it. But really, what do you think this costs them? Let's say half.
I don't know, $20.
Most businesses at least double their price, right?
Yeah, double their price. And alcohol triple.
Right, alcohol's a whole different thing. But with food, they at least double. So if this costs $60, it would have cost $30 for them. Well, I fucking had a great feast. It was so good. A lot of food. We're filled. We had some great conversations about social media and our growth about each other. This is our first podcast, so sorry if it's a little. We're just trying things out. I have my streaming mic. We have a GoPro that we go traveling with. We have a laptop. We have a light. We got
vaccine. Like good
everything, company. Exactly.
No.
Oh, elbow. Imaginary
elbow,
high five.
Elbow,
Imaginary double high five. There.
So
high five.
We're really happy that you guys were tuned in for the first one. And if it's too long, if you have any suggestions, if anything you want to talk about, give us some ideas so we can add it to our page, and we're going to make a YouTube channel. But also,
make sure to just comment below any information that you think that, like, if there's any type of food, if there's any, like, local people who would be interested in joining, tag them on these posts.
Please.
And then
down below.
Exactly. Like, hit, subscribe, hit all of those buttons, because,
share it. Spread the love, help us, become bigger, better, and we can help you go around the world and document everything.
Exactly, and hopefully we can meet all of you guys, because I think that would be a great opportunity, and then maybe bring one of you guys in. That would be
just
pretty cool.
Connect with us.
Exactly. So thank you again.
Thank you so much for everything.
The food was amazing, and thanks again to
New Cane Grove.
Yeah, New Cane Grove, and family restaurant. Like, it's very family. Like, I love that about them. It's a family food. It's very comforting.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's like your mama made it, your dada made it.
Literally, the lady was super nice.
That's how she was. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but thanks again. Appreciate it, Ori. Let's do
Thanks.
this again, and hopefully we'll get some celeb. Peace out. I hope you enjoyed our first ever podcast. Make sure you hit that follow button and follow us on all platforms, The Edible Talk. Thank you.